Good afternoon. Today, we will be modeling and cutting a wrap skirt based on the basic pattern we constructed from the textbook that described how to create the basic skirt pattern. It is already ready. Here we have the back piece. This is the front piece and the waistband. The front piece has a curve in the center and one dart. The back piece has two darts. Now we will model the necessary design directly on the fabric. First, let's talk about the fabric. Here we have a plain semi-wool fabric which we folded right sides together. The reverse side is on the outside where we will cut everything and draw our lines. If the fabric has a nap, we need to take that into account, and all pieces should be cut in one direction following the nap. The exception is velvet, which is cut with the nap facing upwards. If the fabric has a pattern or stripes, it's essential to align the design and check the pattern matching. But first, we need to determine if the check is correct, as they can be square or slightly elongated, and we must consider that. Given that we have a plain fabric, we won't worry about all these directions and nuances of patterns, and we will cut as if on a sheet of paper. To start, we take the back piece, which remains practically unchanged. This is the basic back of the pencil skirt. We place it against the curve. We measure the required length. In this case, the length will be 75 centimeters. This knee-length skirt will be a little below the knee. We place it and trace it out. We transfer the darts, which will remain according to the model. We mark the control point for the hip line. Our back piece is now shaped this way, and we use a ruler to smooth our darts to ensure they are the correct shape. We also add seam allowances. At the bottom, we add 4 centimeters. This will be enough for this model. And you can add an additional 1 or 1.5 centimeters based on your skill level for the allowances. Similarly, we add a centimeter at the top edge. Now we move on to modeling our wrap skirt. In a regular straight skirt, the front piece consists of one section, but in a wrap skirt, the front piece will consist of 2 sections that overlap. First, we trace our existing basic front piece. We also transfer the dart. and we mark the center line of the front piece.
И отмечаем линию центра полочки. Вот она у нас получилась. Вот такой вид имеет наша.
Now we transfer the hip line. Here's the front skirt piece, which we will further model based on how much overlap we need. Next, we add extra volume to the center, which is necessary for our design, as you can see in the picture. We only need to add half of the volume of the skirt. So we place our front piece in a mirrored position and trace it up to the dart line. We measure the required amount along the dart line. How much do we have here? That's 12.5 centimeters. And we'll also mark 12.5 centimeters at the bottom. Now we connect these lines with a straight line. We have created the front half of the wrap skirt, which will have an overlap equal to half of our front fabric piece. Now we also add seam allowances, just like we did for the back piece. At the bottom, we add 4 centimeters and 1 or 1.5 centimeters along the side seams, depending on your skill level. You can choose to add 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeters. That's your decision. Next is the front seam, which forms a new center line for the opening.